How much of this deal going on with Canelo is, if all things are equal, you know, money's equal, is he just wants to work with you over anybody else?
That's true, yeah, but what he wouldn't do is work with me and a bad deal. Do you know what I mean? So I think that the main point is that if you ask Canelo Alvarez who he feels the best in the business is and who does he want to work with, he would say Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, and that means a lot to us. And you know, personally, I have a huge amount of respect for the guy. I think he's a legend of the sport, and sometimes you get to a position in life where you want to work with good people. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to work with arseholes that give you aggravation or don't motivate you. Canelo Alvarez motivates me to work harder, motivates me to go to the gym, to be more positive, to chase my own dreams, to live a simple life. Do you know what I mean? All of those things. So, but for our business, financially, of course, absolutely huge. But for me, personally, it's good for me, as for the soul, and that's important.
It ain't always about money, but
no, it's just most of the time.
Is it? Do you think it's just a big part of it is he's the boss when he works with you too?
Absolutely, every fighter's the boss. If a fighter signs for me and his professional debut is a 4-round fight, he is my boss. Ask another promoter to say that out loud.
Well, they'll all say that.
They won't say it. Right. They won't be able to.
De La Hoya
they won't get it out. They'll go, that fighter is my, you know, what was it, Liar Liar, that film? You know, when he's trying to say something and he couldn't quite get the words out, it'd be like that.
And I heard you explain why Bivol is a tougher challenge than Charlo, but is he honestly a tougher challenge than David Benavidez?
Yeah, I rate both guys, but I mean, again, like, it's difficult because those guys, I mean, even Bivol, you know, Bivol, standout win, beat Joe Smith easily, who's the WBO world champion, right? Now, tell me a win that Benavidez has had or Charlo's had of any note. And both guys have looked quite poor recently and in recent times, but I don't take anything away from them. But you can't say that Jermell Charlo, a middleweight, is a tougher fight than Dmitry Bivol up at light heavyweight. It's impossible. But you know, let's see those guys have real fights. One thing you can be rest assured is that Canelo Alvarez will fight absolutely everyone. But it's got to excite him. The Benavidez fight's a big fight. Big fight for the future.
Even you'd admit that.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Charlo, not. I don't think that's really a big
Cowboy
fight.
Stadium, like you had Saunders at, that would sold out. That would with Jermall Charlo.
Yeah, but not because of Charlo.
It would
because of Canelo Alvarez. You know, he sold that stadium out against a Brit.
This is true.
Right. So, but Benavidez is a big fight. Big fight. I don't think the Charlo fight's a particularly big fight, but still a good fight. But Benavidez can be a big fight if that guy can go on and do something. You know, I spoke to David Benavidez, Jose Benavidez yesterday. You know, they're dying for PBC to deliver a real fight.
They want to fight Andre.
But they don't really, because Samson Leskovic asked for $7 million plus to fight him, or more money to fight him than Canelo. So do they really want to fight him?
David does.
David does, unquestionably, and so does Jose Benavidez. So respect to them.
And lastly, Eddie, you know, December, that third fight. What's the percentage that third fight is going to happen in December with Canelo? And who are some of the realistic names?
It'll definitely happen in December if he wins in May and September, and if he's not injured or anything. John Ryder in London, Makabu in Mexico, in Guadalajara. We'd like that fight to happen internationally, but let's take care of business first, May 7th.
What's the chances of the Better BF Smith winner for December?
Oh, yeah, that's possible as well. Possible. I mean, he's got one eye on becoming undisputed at 175, and that's, for me, if he can become undisputed in those two weight classes, I mean, he's already a legend, but that would be, you know, game changing.
Thanks, Eddie.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.